Hello. How is everyone doing today? We are in our, second Monday here in February. And already this day is going, like this month, already seems like it's so many things going on. And I don't even know, like, most of what it is. So we're just going to take it day by day. I'll give a couple minutes here to let some of you get on. Let me know how your weekend is and was. Nothing exciting. Snow and more snow. Got my car serviced. That was about it. That's okay, right? Like, sometimes the nothing going on is okay. So today I wanted to go ahead and do our tarotscopes. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about sigils. So that is going to be fun. Let's see. Hello. How are you doing? How's it going? I wanted to share too the deck that I'm going to use today. It is the Witchling Academy Tarot. And I did a review of it, and we actually did some of the tarot spreads that came in the book it's going to be on YouTube on the Cartomancer soon. So as soon as I get it all checked out and updated and uploaded and all the things. So that was actually super fun to do. This is by Pamela Chen, who also is a friend of mine. And I like the fact that our hair matches. Look, I did not do that on purpose. Hey, Becky B, how are you? I'm just talking about the deck I'm using today. It's my friend's deck, so I'm very excited about it. Yay! Actually, my hedgehog is in it. I don't remember what card it is, though. Maybe we'll come across it today. We'll see. So we'll do that. And talk about sigils a little bit. So let's go ahead and get going. Hello. All right, so I'm going to go through the zodiac signs, pull a card for each sign. And also, too, I came across my affirmators deck. So I think I'm going to pull a card and then pull an affirmators with it. Just because they're super cute. So, hi, Jackie. Yeah. All right, well, this is the book. So excited for her. And for those that don't know me, my name is Jen. You can check my Instagram over at the stardustwandertarot.com. And I am also creating a deck as well. I just got a whole bunch, not a whole bunch, like 5 or 6 thumbnail images from my artist to check over, and I'm so excited. It's so cool to see, like, when you kind of think something up and then you give it to an artist and they just like create it, like they just do it, and it's amazing. I wish I was an artist. I wish I was. I mean, I write, so in a different way. I think the 2 things I would really wish that I was good at is art, like drawing, and singing. Even though I love to sing, but I'm not the best at it. But I still do it. That's it. I don't even care. All right. And also, too, at any time, if you guys want me to pull a card for you, just let me know. You just have to help me remember where I was if I'm in the middle of doing my weekly thing. I forget sometimes. All right. Let's see what we got here. Oh, yeah. So if you go on to my Instagram page, you could check my bio and sign up for the Kickstarter reminder. So definitely go ahead and do that. Don't forget. And I also have a contest giveaway going on right now. I had done with a couple other creators. So I will be probably picking the winner right after this. So you kind of get a little extra time if you want to go ahead and hop over there and enter for that. A lot of cool stuff. All right, let's see what we got. So actually, let me get my affirmators deck out too. Going all out today. We're doing double decks. Double decks. Get all that out of the way. Let's give this guy a shuffle. These are just like cute little sassy affirmation cards. They're not quite as sassy as Rebel Deck, but they're super cute. And that's what they look like there. That's the back of them. All right, let's do this. Let's start at the top. So Aries, what do we have for you today? Also, look at the back of these cards. Look how cute they are. And the little bird is Georgie. She used to have that bird. He has passed over the Rainbow Bridge, but he's all over the deck. So the first card we got for Aries, we got the Queen of Swords. So this week, you know, whatever situations that you're running into that are presented to you, remember to use your words wisely, think before you speak, and be empathetic towards others, whatever you decide that you need to say. So really, thinking before speaking is the way to go. That's what we have for you, Aries. You know, I like to say Queen of Swords too, it's just being charge of your words, but not so much like the King where you're just saying like it is. This one's kind of more of a softer saying as it is, you know, like, all right, you still have that emotion in it and all of that. Hey there, Hestia Rose, how are you? We just started, actually, our tarotscope. So I just did Aries, Queen of Swords. And then I'm going to pull an affirmator card, too, because, like I said, they're just super fun. And I came across them today, and they're like, play with us. So for Aries, I have, in the garden of the mind, I water good thoughts and weed out the bad ones. I throw in forgiveness and empathy, seeds by the handful if I want, and I take a lawnmower to the jealousy and resentment patch. I'm a badass mind gardener. So that actually goes, like, really well with our Queen of Swords. See that? They do. They know what's up right now. That's why they wanted to come out and play. All right, let's see. I like to do the little waves. Okay, so then we have Taurus. So Taurus, we have Knight of Pentacles. So whatever home projects you have, maybe it's a work project or something you've been putting off, it's time to get going with it. So Knights are moving energy. So it's time to move on that. Maybe it might be at home, maybe decluttering something, cleaning up a space, you know. Thank you, Reiki Roses. Thank you. You know, it's funny. Where's the big... I'm looking at this deck today and we have the same hair. I thought that was pretty fun. So yeah, it's time. Go ahead and get that thing started. And let's see what our affirmator says for you. Oh, it's a bonus card. I don't know what that means, but okay, let's do it. Do you like spontaneous adventure of the highest caliber? The only acceptable answer to this question is yes. So buckle up, Charlie. And you know what's really weird too is the Fool, the one I just showed you, her name is Charlie. Look at all of the things just going today. You're about to take a wild ride through the unexplored, unconventional, and underrated. You're about to learn that yes is a magic word and the power to unlock new dimensions in space, time, and after-hours hangouts. Yes will lead you to the experiences you didn't think possible and teach you lifelong friendships and something lurking just behind, a karaoke's singer's mullet. Okay. So, you know, what's really funny is, hi, Severa. It's really funny because that kind of goes along with that Knight of Pentacles energy. So, we're just vibing today. Like, all the cards are just, like, all right, we're working together. All right, so next we have Gemini. What do we have for you, Gemini? So, we have for you Queen of Swords. Oh, that was King of Swords. Okay, Queen of Swords. Yeah, like, it's really funny. And it's a unicorn moving through it. Yes, definitely. So here's Queen of Swords. You know, again, it's just using those words empathetically, you know, but still getting your message across. Thinking about what you want to say, how you want to say it, but keeping the other person in mind, or keeping the situation, whatever that situation is, in mind as well. So, you know, don't just blurt it out. because I feel like whoever is receiving this information may be a little sensitive for whatever reason. So I think being mindful of that, and really, you know, we never know where somebody is mentally, right? So I think it's just being mindful of that and just trying to deliver your message in a positive, happy way. Let's see the affirmator we get for this one. Magic. I believe in magic. I see evidence of it all the time. And though the tricks can probably be explained away by something sensible or ordinary, I'd rather not ruin the fun. Other people can fill their days with mere coincidence. I'll fill mine with holy crap, that's unbelievable. All right. You know what, Gemini? Take it. Go get the magic. Go for the magic this week when you are delivering your messages. So, Cancer. So, Cancer, we got Queen of Cups. Oh, this is cute. And my hedgehog is in this deck somewhere. I have a hedgehog named Simon. And he's in here somewhere, and I don't remember what card it was. So, because this is my friend's deck, and he's in here. So, Simon's in here. Maybe we'll find him. It just reminded me when I saw the otter. So, anyway, Cancer, we have the Queen of Cups for you. So, for you this week, it's all about the feels. Like, how are you feeling? How are you showing up? How are you using your emotions, and how are you processing them? How are you putting them out into the world, right? So that's something to think about this week. I kind of feel like already our overrunning theme here is being mindful of what we're putting out. So that's something to think about. Again, being mindful of it. And also, don't be afraid to express your emotions too, because that is something that you may need to do that will really help you move forward. So there you go for Cancer. And let's see what affirmator we get. Sanctuary. Good for you. It seems you've earned some time away from the chaos of life. It could be as small as a bubble bath or as big as a trip. Or maybe it's a small trip to a big bubble bath. That's probably more like it these days, right? I know. I have to find. I don't remember what card it was, and Pam was going to come on today too, but she had a call, so I have to. We will find Simon. It says, or a normal size trip to a tiny bubble bath, or maybe a trip to fell in someone's bath. Whatever it is, it's waiting for you with open arms. Just pick your favorite sanctuary and unplug for a bit, especially if a bath's involved. So I really am thinking, take a bath and take a really nice long bath as you think about how you're feeling, right? That's what we're getting for our Queen of Cups and our affirmator for Cancer. All right, let's see what's next. We have Leo. What do you got, Leo? Okay, 10 of Swords. Hello for you just joining. We are at Leo. Yes, Leo. 10 of Swords, Leo. So this week, it's time to start kind of picking apart those things that aren't serving you. Those thoughts that aren't serving you. Maybe there's a situation you're stuck in, and it is just not for you. It's not working for you. It's making you feel like crap. All right, now it's time. So let's get it all out. Let's get rid of it. Or even overthinking. Just think of like taking the swords out. It's time for you to start picking those little swords out and really stop, overthinking things and worrying about everybody else. Like, stop worrying about everybody else. So that's what I have for you, Leo. And let's see what your affirmator card is. Nature. It's time to unleash your inner hippie and step outside of that man-made box. Take a walk in the woods, smell the flowers, hug some trees. You might think you're being ironic, like, look at me, I'm being all tree huggery and stuff. But you find that even those trees will hug you back. Trees come from a time before irony, and their earnestness is impervious to our jaded humor. Even if that doesn't make you want to hug them even more, well, I guess you're a robot. That's what we got there. So you know what? You're feeling crappy. Maybe something's not working out for you. So maybe you need to go outside, hug a tree, and ground yourself. That's what I'm going to take from that. All right. So what do we got, Virgo? So Virgo, we have the Page of Wands. So I got to inspect the cards now to see if find Simon. Page of Wands. Look how cute that is. So you're ready to take some action, but it's kind of at the beginning stages. So really this week, start taking some steps forward, but think about what are the best steps. Like, don't jump in head first. You may feel like it's time to just like, woohoo, jump in, let's do this, let's go. But the pages are that kind of teenager, rebellious energy. I can't even say that word. So keep yourself in check, you know, definitely do the things, definitely move forward, you know, harness that excited action, but use it in a good way and use it to where it's going to help you and not hurt you. So we have that, and let's pull us a card here. Hold on, I just want to shuffle these. Woo. Okay. And also too, if you guys want a card at all, me to pull you a card, just let me know. So we have, don't take it personally. If someone starts to speak unkindly to me, I'll remember that they've got something going on and has nothing to do with me. Like maybe they just pooped their pants. Yeah, that's probably it. Okay, so yeah, I don't really know where to go from there. So hopefully you don't run into anybody who's pooped their pants this week. There's that. But I think it's, again, taking that, you know, moving energy of that Page of Wands, Leo, and moving forward and really thinking about your actions and maybe not worrying about so much what other people are doing or saying. So that's what we're going to go with that. Next we have Libra. Libra is the Page of Pentacles. So, you know what? You're ready, you know, your energy is more grounded. You are, you know, this may be related to home, to work. I feel like, you know, it's time for you to kind of just take a minute, take stock of what you have, be thankful for it, show gratitude. That's just really what's coming through to me with this card today, is just practicing gratitude and, you know, maybe even doing something fun at home, or maybe a little get together at work, or even something like that. Probably maybe even through Zoom, however it works for you. So I think it's just really, you know, I kind of like, I just keep the word bounty just keeps coming in my head. You know, with all of this, like just like look around and look how lucky you are, and lucky to have all these little things. Yeah, isn't it adorable? I love it. Yes. So I have to find Simon though. I might have to go through at the end. So yeah, so that's what I have for you, Libra, and let's see what card you get from the affirmators. Follow your heart. I'm always rewarded when I follow my heart. I trust that the GPS of my heart knows all the best routes. And when it seems like it's taking too long to get where I want, I know that's because there's something cool, weird stuff to see along the way. So yeah, so again, taking, you know, that goes along with that Page of Pentacles. I feel like it's just like, hey, pay attention to the cool stuff along the way, you know? Hey, Arwen, how are you? So yeah, so that I think that just goes along with it as well. So where are we now? We're at Scorpio. What do we have, Scorpio? Actually, I'm feeling the need to shuffle a little bit, so we shall do that. I know a lot of you read. You know how it is. Your hands are just like, shuffle. Okay. So we have the Page of Swords. All right, so we're just going to hit all of the pages this week apparently. So, with the Page of Swords, yeah, really. With the Page of Swords, we have Scorpio. Yes. You know, you may have some new thoughts, some new ideas brewing. You're working on, I feel like just like it's like a working energy for this week. As far as planting some new seeds, starting some new things. Maybe there's something that you really have been meaning to say to someone and you haven't done it yet. So think about that, you know, maybe it's time to do that. Maybe it's time to move forward with it and really express yourself in a way that maybe you haven't been. So that's what we got for you. And let's see what your affirmator is. Friendliness. Whenever I smile, I make someone's day better. What a cool way to buy happiness for free. Today, I will remember what an awesome power I hold, and I'll take joy in improvising lives simply by giving away grins like crazy. In a pinch, money also works. So there you go. Oh, edgy. Yeah, right. So, you know, and I kind of feel like that goes along with what we were just saying with that. So yeah, you know, express yourself, say what you want to say, and say some nice things to someone, spread some happiness around, or give them money, as our alligator is suggesting. So there's that. All right, so next we have Sagittarius. So Sagittarius is Knight of Wands. You know, lots of like just moving energy this week. I feel like we're getting like all of these like woohoo, time to go cards. So Knight of Wands, go do it, do the thing, get on your tiger, or Saphira, get on your dragon, because we know that this should be a dragon for you, and get moving. Whatever you have been putting aside, it's time to get moving. So for you, Scorpio or Sagittarius, I thought I did Scorpio. Scorpio was the other one. It's time for you to get moving. So yeah, let's do that. Like, I feel like everybody, like, I feel like there's this buildup of energy of all these, like, things going on. For some reason, I keep hearing, just, like, astrologically, March is supposed to be a really big month. So I feel like even, like, these cards this week are kind of, like, setting us up for whatever, you know, is going on in March. Because March, I feel like there's just a lot of stuff going on. So, I'm ready for that. Hi, Jamie. So our affirmator to go with our Sagittarius here is generosity. I give generously to those around me, no matter how much or little I have. I know there's little more than enough to go around, and the key is to allow it to keep going around without stopping. If I stop the flow, I'm like the one person at the stadium who doesn't do the wave. So you know what? There you go. Do the wave. And that goes really well with our Knight of Wands we got for you, Sagittarius. So, you know what? Don't be the one person who doesn't do the wave. Think about that. Do the things. Keep it going. All right. So now we have Capricorn. So we have the King of Pentacles. So, you know, you're kind of the king of your home, of your workspace. Own it. You know, maybe this week it's time for you to start really laying some foundations down, new habits, new things that you want to kind of start creating and getting moving, you know, and really make your space comfortable. Make it for you. Feel the comfort in it. Make it, you know, like your power space. So whatever space that you use, make it your power space. That's the words that I'm going to use for that today. So next then we have our affirmator for that, and it's wonder. This is kind of funny. It's a wonderful thing to be in a state of wonder, and when I'm a good audience to my life becomes better and better. When sometimes delightful happens, I can shout encore and be tickled when it happens again. When something maddening happens, I can laugh it off. Either way, I'm glad I got a ticket to the show. So yeah, so that again goes really well with that King of Pentacles. So you know what? Be present. You know, be a part of your show and make things the way you want them to be. So that's super cute. I like that one. All right, so now we have Aquarius. So Aquarius, we have King of Cups. Oh, look at that one. I really like that. So King of Cups for you this week. I feel like, you know, it's about harnessing your feelings, and almost like organizing your feelings in a way too. Like with all these things going on, I feel like, you know, we have all this nonsense going on and everybody has their thoughts about it. Do this, do that, whatever. But I think that this week, you know, it's time for you to really kind of stand in your power, stand in your words, and be like, you know what? This is how I feel about it, and I'm not going to change it because it's going to make you feel better. So really be in charge of your emotions this week, and don't let others and how they feel change that for you. So, all our card is gratitude. Look, it's like a little, I think it's a radio. We're going to say it's a radio, okay? Today I'm grateful for all the little things. Even when the big things suck, there's always plenty of little things I can be at least a little grateful for, like hot showers and music and the fact that humans invented an internet and I'm allowed to use it whenever I want to, using fingers and thumbs that do whatever I think them to do at any given moment. So, yeah, there you go. Practice gratitude and own your space. All right, so now we are at Aquarius. Are we at Aquarius? No, we're at Pisces now. Woo, got to the end. Emperor. Hello, hello. All right, so we are to the Emperor. I'm looking. No, I don't think it's this card. So with the Emperor, you know, this week people may need your guidance. They may need your help. They may need what you have. So don't be afraid to take charge and start directing people and showing them where they need to go or what they need to be doing. Share your wisdom that you have with them, even if you don't feel like you really want to necessarily, but they need it. And helping others and directing others, especially when the situation is related to you too, that'll kind of help you in the long run. So definitely step into your power this week here and take charge. Tell the people what to do. Hello, hello. All right. And our affirmator for this one is ups and downs. I see life as an incredible ride and I'm lucky to be on it. Yes, the ups and downs make me want to puke sometimes, but they're also what make things fun and interesting. And when you look back, even puking on yourself makes a good story. Okay. So, you know, try not to puke on yourself, but stand in your power, do what you got to do. And there you go. And, you know, it is kind of funny because I always say, like when I'm doing some other things, excuse me, you know, if there's new opportunities showing up for you and if it makes you feel like you want to puke, that means you have to do it. So I mean, obviously not on yourself, but it's just one of those things I do say, but that's a little more intense. So yeah, so that is our tarotscopes for the week with our little added affirmators. And these are super fun cards. Here's the box for that. So we had that. And if you need me or want me to pull a card for you, rather, let me know. I can do that for you. But I also wanted to do a little chat about sigils. So I'm not sure. I'm just going to look and see if I can find my hedgehog real quick. I don't remember what card it was, but as I'm chatting, let's see if we can find him. So this week I wanted to talk about sigils a little bit, and I don't know if you guys work with them a lot, have ever tried to make one, or even know what they are. But the sigils are really just, they could be carved, drawn, painted. It's just a symbol that has magical properties. So yeah, okay. Discovering Dell, sure. Here, I can give it a little shuffle here. Do you have a specific question or you just want me to pull a card for you? I'm just going to shuffle for a minute. All right, we'll just pull a card. All right, what do we got here? Discovering Dell, the devil. Look at that devil card, it's so funny. So this week, you know, it's time. I have a job interview this week I'm nervous about. Okay, so you know what? I think here is just getting rid of those thoughts. Getting rid of those thoughts that aren't positive for you or that are keeping you from moving forward. I feel like you're overthinking things and that's holding you back. So when the time comes, I definitely would just really let any of those self-limiting thoughts, just let them go because they are going to hold you back. You know, before you go into this job interview, you know what? I'm a badass. I got this. This is meant for me. I'm going to do great. Do not be like, oh no, I'm never going to do it. It's not going to work for me. So all about mindset, you know. Sophia, whatever. I have a family member in the hospital. Could you please help give me guidance, please? Sure. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. It's never fun when that happens. All right, let's see what we got. So we have the Five of Pentacles. So I do feel like right now, it's really just everybody's a little worried right now. Things may not, we're not sure how, things are going to play out, but I feel like the support of family and just keeping their spirits up as much as you are able to. I know a lot of us can't really, visit family that's in the hospital or anything right now too, but just letting them know that you're there, letting them know that they have base, they have all these people rooting for them, sending them lots of positive vibes. And I do believe, that it'll work out and it'll be okay. But I feel like they just need that reminder right now that everybody is there and they care for them. And even though it may not, especially if you can't, people can't visit each other and stuff like that, it makes you definitely feel not so great. So that reminder, I think, is a good idea. So there is that. So you're very welcome. I should have done. Oh, I found him. He's in the Six of Cups. Yeah, closed hospital. Yeah, and I think that's really hard right now, and I think that's what's affecting people the most. So, as well, and, if you would like me to send some Reiki to them, message me, and we'll chat. We could do that. But look, I found Simon. See him? See him in there? Yay, he's in the Six of Cups. There's Simon. He's talking to little Georgie. I knew he'd pop up. I'm so excited. You're very welcome. So yeah, if you guys want me to pull a card though, I could definitely do that. Sorry, get my big old thumb in there. But anyway, also I wanted to talk a little bit more about these sigils, right? Because we see them all over the place, and I know I'm so happy I found him. So Six of Cups, that's where he is. I have to remember that. Actually, I'm gonna write that down because I have like a brain of a goldfish sometimes and things just disappear. Six of Cups. Thanks for helping me find him. All right. Maybe one of these days, if he's not super grouchy, I'll have him come say hello. But he's upstairs sleeping, so I'm not going to bug him right now because he'll just probably pee on me or something. I have to know my limits. So do any of you work with sigils? Have you worked with sigils? Anything like that? Also, if you have any questions about them too. So basically it's, like I said, it's drawn, it's carved, it's any of those things that, just some sort of visual thing that has magical power. So that is what a sigil is. All right, what do we got, Becky B? What is the best advice or guidance in dealing with work? Okay. Let's see what we got. We got the Page of Swords. So I feel like as far as work goes, I think watching what you say and are kind of being not so much watching, just being mindful of the words you're using. I feel like people are very sensitive, and especially right now, people are super sensitive. And I think in the work environment, people are sensitive because it's just not what it usually is, right? Like everything's just weird and different. So I do feel like just being mindful of your words and how you kind of word things, is really good too. So that's what I have for you, Becky B. I like saying your name. It's fun. Becky B. It's like a song. So yeah, actually I was reading about sigils too, and I thought it was pretty cool because they were talking about how how like the cavemen, we have like the pictures on the cave walls or whatever. It was a theory that it wasn't so much even a story, but it was almost, because if you look at them, they have like the bison, and they're always like really big healthy bison, and they're always hunting them, and it's like successful hunt. So they were talking about how they believe that some of them may have been kind of like sigils, like they were manifesting, they were drawing these pictures to manifest that really happening. You're welcome, Becky B. So that I really thought was really interesting. So even as you go through time, you have like the Egyptians, the Chinese, like, I mean, any culture you have, way back when they had some sort of pictures or something to symbolize things. So at first they were like, oh, it's the language and that's what it's for. But when I was reading this, it was just more talking about, it was them putting it out into, it's like their way of manifesting in a way. So that was really a cool way to think about it, because we automatically think, oh, it's just their language. That's how they're speaking. So that was, definitely something to think about. I thought that was really cool. And also the one thing they talked about too were handprints, because throughout all of the cultures, you always you see handprints on things, either like a full handprint or an outline of a hand. So they were talking about how that also could be some sort of manifesting or putting something, like they were maybe wanting something to happen and they use their handprint to kind of seal the deal. So that could also be considered a sigil. So, it's a really cool way to do some magic that's easy, that's very personable, that's very personal, and you could kind of tailor it to how you want, and it's a meaning for you, and it's special just to you. So and for people who make sigils for others, they're just, a lot of times they'll just channel from that person, and whatever they come up with is whatever energy they're getting from them. So I actually have a sigil on my arm. You can see it right there. So that is like the blessings. That's for blessings. I mean, I have a lot of stuff on my arm. I also have this one, and this, where is it? There we go. That one. And that is from the dark crystal, and that's like the time sigil. But it has like the 7 circles, so I wonder if they related it to chakras, like I always think they did, but so that's just a couple of things floating around on me. But and they're super easy to make too. And the thing is that when you're making them, you want to make sure that it's something that you want to manifest, you want to bring in, or if it's a protection one, like just make sure your intention's really clear in what you're doing, because it's hard, because like right now too, like the manifesting, all these things are so big right now, and we have to really, when we're making a sigil, we really have to decide if it's something that we desire, which is what we're going for, right? We want to do that. Yes. I have a couple of dark crystal things going on here. I even have the crystal, if you could see it. It's hard to see it. There it is, right there. This is like all like 80s movies, by the way, because I'm a big dork, and that's just how it is, and we will all accept it. So where was I? Yeah, sigils. Something about sigils. I totally lost my train of thought. Okay, give me a moment. Let me remember. I got lost in dark crystal, and that was it. Oh yeah. So we have desire, and then we have the lust. And when we're manifesting things and when we're trying to bring things in for us, we do need to really distinguish why we want it, because that's really what will help drive it. And desire is something when we want something, right? So that's what we want to do. But when we lust something, that's when we're obsessing about it. We want it, but we are just obsessing about it. And that's where the manifesting stops working too. And even with sigil work, that's when it stops working, because you kind of cross the line. Like, it's not where you need to be right now. And so when you are doing sigil work, even manifesting, that's something to really keep in mind. Which is, a lot of times why things don't work out if you're manifesting or doing sigil work is because it's not coming from the right space. So that's something important to really think about too. And also there are like a ton of different symbols, right? And I'll just do a couple of them, but it's something, if you want to kind of use the symbols and what they mean for your sigil, you can do that. And that's something that, there's really no right or wrong way, except the part of where your desire of this thing is coming from. And even with your protecting, you could be obsessed with protecting something too, right? And that can also kind of hinder that as well. And if you feel like that is what's happening, then it's good to just kind of sit with it, maybe write about it and break it down a little bit. And then that will kind of may help you to, once you break it down, it'll make it easier to decide on what you really want to manifest. So, let's see. I had a little thingy on my paper. So, I did say at the beginning, I'm not an artist. So these are my crude little drawings. So I'm just going to go with it. So I'm just going to do a couple of these. I'm not going to do all of them. So we just have a dot, right? We just have the dot. That's our first shape we have here. But it does hold a lot of meaning too. And it's really a lot of times it's the beginning of all the things that we make. Like when we go to write, you make a dot first and then you go off on it, right? And you do it. So it's kind of, it can represent a stop and a destination. It can represent the end of a sentence, the end of something, or it can really represent somewhere where the beginning is. So even with spirals, you start in the middle and it spirals and goes out. Right. And that's spirals are also good sigils too, because that's just kind of like in Reiki, they use that to, the spiral, the energy building until it goes out. And when I do crystal healing a lot, or grids, I will do spirals and start with the crystal in the middle and spiral them out depending on what the energy is. And I'll do those a lot, I think, probably for healing. I'll use those a lot too. And then we have here too an open dot, right? So we have the open dot like this right here. So that one is, it's kind of like a little container. So if you're making a sigil and you want to hold a part of it or hold a part of the intention, you can make a little circle and that will be like a small container for you. Or, it's a symbol for possibilities. It's a symbol about choices that have to be made, things like that. So that is something to think about when you're doing different types of sigils. So the horizontal line right here, there's could be different sizes or whatever. And that one is, you can mark the difference for above, below. You can, like a little short lines can show it something that's equal. If you want to bring some, balance into your life, that sort of thing, that's something that you can use as well. And then you have the vertical line. And the vertical line is all about connecting above and below, and about, it could be heaven and earth, space and time, and that could be like a connecting. So that is something too that's really, really interesting. And a really easy way to, let me see one. I'll do one more. Actually, I'll do the diagonal line because I think that one's a cool one too. Because the slant of the diagonal too will depend on how quickly or slowly something's moving. So if you want to bring something in and you want to add it to your sigil, you could actually put the diagonal line in there, and whatever angle you're putting at could be how fast or slow it's coming to you. So if you want something to come over steadily over time, you're not, make it like a slow incline. But if you want it to come a little quicker, you might want to make it sharper. So that's something to think about when you're actually writing them out. So a super easy way that I wanted to share to do a sigil. And when you're first doing them, there's some on there that are gorgeous. Like you see people, these beautiful, like whatever, just all the things. And that takes time, and you know, you can always work on it and come back to it. And when you're first doing it, don't worry about if it's pretty or not. It's really the meaning behind it and your intention is what's most important. So a quick way to do a sigil is to come up with an intention. So like an I am, I need, I want, I wish, I desire. So we'll do one real quick. I wish for a great week. Why don't we do that? So you write it out. And you don't want it to be too long. Okay, so I wrote it out right there. And then what you do next is, and you want it to be something realistic, not like I'm gonna win $1 million today or anything like that. Like a good, you know, realistic intention. I'm going to drink more water. I wish that my taxes come in, you know, maybe, or something like that. So then what you do next is you cross out all the vowels and the repeating letters. So I'm doing that now. Repeating letters. Okay. So that leaves, I'm going to circle the ones that are left. So then we have, move it back a little. So I crossed out all the vowels, any repeating letters, and then the ones circled are what we have left. So then that brings us here with, we have like a W, S, H, F, G, T, W, and a K, right? So those are the words that we have, these are the ones we have to work with right now. So basically what you do with them is you just kind of put them all together. And really, this is the part that makes it super personal. And keep in mind what your intention was. So you're wishing for a great week. So think about that as you're putting them together. And, you know, like I said, this is something that you could take as much time as you want or super easy. I'm going to just do a kind of quick one, and I'm not an artist. So for the sake of doing this. And the thing you want to do too is try to keep them all connected, or you do want to, you know, you do want to keep them all connected. So that is something to think about as well. Hold on. I'm just doing it in a couple of different ways so you can just kind of see what I have here. And then, you know, you can also too add in any of those symbols that I talked about and just kind of add them wherever you want, right? So this is what I came up with, all right? Like just on the fly. So this is kind of like the one that I would probably use. So you could kind of add them all together, kind of like this if you want. Or you can, like, I just kind of added it all and made just kind of this little sigil there. So for me, what I usually will do too is I'll put a circle around it just to kind of enclose it, like making that little container, so that intention container. And then you activate it. So I do Reiki, so usually I will just put my hand there and put my hand on, you know, on the paper, on my heart, and, you know, just I activate the sigil, and so it is, and so it is, and so it is. And you could take a picture of this and put it on your phone. You can draw it on things, whatever you want to do. So basically then you have your little sigil for the week. And you could do this daily if you want. You could do it weekly, monthly, or whenever you want. So you could do it for that. Or if you want to do protection symbol, you can also just write a little phrase out for protection, or even the word protection, and make a little sigil out of that as well. So those are just some fun ways to do it. And, you know, there are, you know, all these, a lot of books and stuff on this. And the one book I really like is called Sigil Witchery. and it's by Laura Tempest Zakroff, and that is a really good one, and that has a lot of the symbols that I was showing you and their meanings. So if you want to go into it a little deeper, and like I said, like even to this sigil, you can add hearts and stars and all these things to kind of make it a little more personal and add like those little extra meanings to it as well when you're doing that. And there are a lot of symbols too for protection as well. You have like the pentacle is great for protection. And you always see it. And when you see it, a lot of times it's in a circle, right? Because they want to contain that to direct it where it needs to go. And by putting your hand on it, you can even just light a candle for it as well and draw the sigil right on the candle and speak your intention, and that will work. That'll work too. So that's what I have for you. I don't know if anyone has any questions. If not, we will go ahead and finish this up for the day. If you need any more last minute card pulls, let me know. Other than that, be sure to, I'm assuming sometime soon, my review of the Witch Lane Academy Tarot that I read with today will be on the Cartomancer's YouTube page. You're very welcome. And I will be back here next week, and at 9 Pacific, 12 Eastern time. I'm here every Monday, and that's what I have. I hope you all have a fantastic week, and I will talk to you all soon. All right, bye.